Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And today's message is one that I am currently experiencing. I'm right here in the moment and I cannot wait to share with you just something that's just been happening in my life and in particular in a friend of mine's life. And okay, so let me give you a little bit of a background story. So firstly, this friend of mine has been knowing that the job that they were currently in wasn't quite on the right path. There was this burning desire for something else, but they couldn't quite put their finger on it. And ultimately, the job that they were in is really comfortable, really cushy. You know, it's known, you know, they have a lot of freedom of time and all of this great stuff. They get to work from home, all of this stuff, right? So ultimately, it was a really comfortable environment, which is oftentimes the worst thing that can happen to us when we know deep down that we need to make a shift, we need to make a change, but ultimately everything's so comfortable. Well, we don't have to do it right now. We can do it a bit later down the timeline. Anyway, so just so happens that, you know, this friend of mine has been sort of in this kind of zone of knowing that it's not the right path, but just like not really sure where to go. And so it's comfortable. So kind of just going along with the flow and doing a few little things to sort of identify where to next, but not really jumping into real action. And ultimately they received a phone call and they were fired today. And this was, in my opinion, the best thing that could have ever happened. And it really generated the message that I wanted to deliver with you guys today, which is that ultimately the universe will orchestrate external influences to force you into the actions that you've known all along you should be taking action on, you should be getting into. And I really do believe in timing being everything. And it just so happens that I'm going to be going to Date with Destiny, that Tony Robbins event, 6-day event down in Florida in just a couple of days' time. And this friend of mine, they're coming with me. And I really do believe that it has happened for a reason. I do have and hold a strong belief that everything is always happening for a reason and purpose that serves us. And if we don't take the action, if we, you know, pick up on that intuitive knowing, we know what to do, or we know which path to take, or we know what to stop doing, or whatever it is, we instantly pick up on that. That's a very quick thing that we realize deep down. But if we don't go along with it and we don't get into action based on our internal instinct, the universe has a funny way of bringing about external influences to force us down the path that we know all along has been the right one. And so I really just wanted this to be a wake-up call for each and every one of you guys as well, that ultimately everything is happening for a reason and a purpose that serves you. You're exactly where you're supposed to be right here, right now. And if you don't do the work, and if you don't pick up on the intuitive knowing that we all have some sort of gut instinct. We know what's right, we know what's wrong, but we kind of dull that down. Guys, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm sure I lost like so many of you guys then. My alarm went off and it froze my phone. So back on track with what I was saying, which was ultimately that if you don't pick up on those messages that you're getting in your internal wisdom, like I said, we all have these gut sort of instincts that tell us, you know, you're on the wrong path, you're not in the right relationship, you're doing the wrong thing in your health, you're on the wrong career path, you know, you're not doing the right things in your finances. In every area of our lives, we actually get these instinctual responses, this intuitive knowing of what we're not doing right and what we should be doing, but we choose to ignore that. At some stage, the universe is going to orchestrate some external circumstances to force you off the wrong path and onto the right path. So you have a choice. You can either pick up on, you know, the feather, you know, that little inclination that's telling you, it's kind of giving you a bit of a tickle. Yeah, okay, I kind of know, but do I choose to ignore that, or do I choose to go energetically now? Let's make this shift happen now. So I'm not going down this path that I actually know deep down internally is not the right path, but ultimately, you know, it requires change, and I'm not certain. I need more certainty, you know. And if we ignore that feather, that tickle that's telling us that we know, then ultimately we're gonna get hit with a brick. And that brick can come in many different forms, but you know what? It's not going to be comfortable. And if you continue to ignore the signs, the intuitiveness that you are on the wrong path, or you're doing the wrong thing, or you need to get in another direction, then ultimately you're going to get hit by a truck. And this is where it gets really challenging. So you have a choice, and I'm hoping that today's message is going to get you thinking about, what are those feathers that I've been maybe ignoring? Where have I been dulling down that intuitive knowing, that inner wisdom, that like I know I'm not in the right place, but it's too scary to make a change? And you have a choice. Are you going to continue to ignore that and continue down a path you know is not right, and you know is going to inevitably end, but you want to prolong, you know, having to deal with that? You're kind of handballing, you know, your decisions to a future self so that you can stay all cushy and comfortable in your current comfort zone? Or are you going to pick up on this internal wisdom, reflect back on your life in all of those times where you knew, you had those moments in time where you knew you're in the wrong relationship, you're doing the wrong thing here, blah, 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 but you chose to ignore it, and eventually it ended, and then you reflected back and you're like, oh, I knew that. I knew that way back then, but I chose not to do it, and I went on this journey. And look, you would have learned a lot of lessons, but I want the lesson to be to pick up and follow your intuition sooner rather than later, so you don't have to have, you know, big things happen in your external environment that shake you and wake you up, and you get to utilize the power of your intuition, your gut instinct, to use it now. Save yourself a lot of time, energy, and all of that stuff, and utilize it instead in the direction of reaching a new level of your potential. So I am absolutely hoping that today's message is resonating with you guys. I'm kind of running late. I've got to get out of the house. So I want to quickly check in with you guys and see who's been able to join me. I've got Tanya and Andrew and Stephen and Suzanne and Luke and William. Good morning to you. And Sam, hi to you. And Martin and Andrew and Hamuyan and John and Simba and Andrew and Chico and Jason and Rian and Ramon and Stephen and David and Julie and Alexandria. Awesome. And Ramon, the law of attraction, what you put out, you get back. Absolutely. And Alexandria, I'm always super thrilled to have you join me live. And Mido, sorry I can't read what you've written me there. And Elf's here. Awesome. I always love it when you catch me live, Elf. And Hilton and Alexandria experienced all three types of prompts from the universe and trying to be more responsive to the feather now. Boom. Awesome. I absolutely love hearing that. And sometimes we need a few bricks and even trucks to wake us up, to even identifying where the feathers come in. So I love that you're on that journey. And Wayne, thank you so much for joining. Like I said, guys, I'm super sorry. This is a really quick one. I've got to get moving. I'm going to go and visit a beautiful friend in hospital and give her some lots of positive energy and love. And Ansa, thanks so much for joining. Anybody who's joining me now, I hope you catch the recording, get a ton of value from today's message. Hopefully it's your wake-up call, so you don't have to let the universe orchestrate some external pain for you in order to take you off the wrong path and get on the right one. And instead, you're going to tap into your internal knowing and wisdom. You're going to get yourself off the wrong path and yourself onto the right one. Save a lot of energy, effort, and time, and pain. And so that is it from me today, guys. I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I hope you're having an extraordinary quality of day or night, and cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Sending you all of my love, and I'll see you then.